Hey guys, Aiden here from Core Electronics. Today we're going to take a look at connecting up some 8Bitdo wireless controllers to a RetroPie gaming kit. We're then going to test that controller out with our own copy of Super Mario Bros. Running on the emulator within RetroPie. The first thing that we're going to need to do is grab out our SFC wireless gaming controller from 8Bitdo. There's also a couple of other models available and the process is the same right across the board, so you don't need to worry about that. The other thing you'll need to do is grab a RetroPie system. You can install that on your Pi, or you can grab a kit from us where it all comes all compiled, or you can grab a Piecade, this wonderful unit here. So the first thing we do, get our SFC out. I've got the charge cable here. If we do run into any issues there, that comes in the kit, in the 8Bitdo kit. So that's just a micro USB cable for charging and also for connecting it up if you wanted to use it as a wired controller. And then take your 8Bitdo gamepad out. You can see that case and the packaging is really professionally done by 8Bitdo. They are the best sort of retro gaming pads you can buy at the moment, in my opinion. They also come with some instructions, a nice little keypad there, which is FC30, little shield, which is cool. And yeah, like I said, it comes with that USB cable as well, which is very important. So inside this gamepad, we've got a 480 milliamp hour LiPo battery that can be charged through the USB port. We've got two indicator LEDs on the top, and then we've got a bunch of buttons like you would always have on a Nintendo gamepad. So, moving on to our RetroPie setup, make sure that you've got everything upgraded and updated within your Linux system. So go to your terminal and just follow a sudo get update and upgrade. Make sure that's all up to scratch before you continue, because in the older versions of RetroPie, I think it's 3.7 and below, you need to have some extra steps and files that you need to include to be able to use these controllers, but since then that has been fixed up. So definitely make sure you've got that all upgraded and ready to go. Enter your RetroPie config settings and head to Bluetooth, which is that one there. Now, there's a couple of different modes which we'll go over in a separate tutorial. Definitely check that one out if you want to have a look. It's in the in the description below, sorry. So what we're going to do is hold in the start button and wait for those lights to turn on, both lights. So hold it in, both lights are on, let go of it. We've got one blinking blue light. Mode 1 is the mode that we're in now, and we're searching. So now we should be able to display and connect to Bluetooth devices, which is the ideal thing to happen. Okay, so now we have a few different options here, and luckily for us, that's the top option for us today, is the SFC30 gamepad. So go ahead and select that one. Display yes, no is fine for the security mode. And you are successfully paired, and we can see that that light is now on permanently. So that means that we are paired and we can use that device as a controller. So now we can also set up a connect mode. So this is something that's very important, I think, for a lot of people. Oh, we've just jumped out of the settings. Let's see if we can get back to that real quick, because I do believe that it is important. Back to Bluetooth. There's a bit of a delay between my screens here, so it's a bit confusing. So configure Bluetooth connect mode, currently background. So that's my option that I want to enter into. Now I can make this boot, default, or background. So background obviously means that if my Pi was here, I came in with my controller that was already paired in the past and I turned it on, in the background it's going to pair. Boot means that that device has to be present at boot, otherwise you're going to have to restart your device. And default, I believe, only pairs when you select it to pair. So it's always a good idea to go in there and change it to background. It does make it a lot more simple to connect up a couple of controllers and all that sort of stuff. And if you were to be using the old RetroPie system, that's the Bluetooth mapping hack, also for older versions of the firmware on your 8Bitdo controllers. But anything that's sold today is fine. It's just in there in case you do happen to have an older version there. So now that we've got all that sorted, we can get back out of our RetroPie. Alright guys, so now we've just got to configure our controller again. So up, down, left, right, start, select, A, B, X, Y. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left trigger. Once we get to that point, we can start skipping through. That will be our game to play. And our controller is working, I believe. There we go. So, I'm terrible at Mario. But that's it, guys. That's how you set up your 8Bitdo controller with the RetroPie system. We're going to now cover how to save games with RetroPie. So stay tuned for that video next.